Hey Cancer, EverlongMystic here. So today I'm going to get a message for you, and we're going to use kind of the fuel for the message is going to be an excerpt from William Yeats' poetry writings, whatever. And the card that I picked from my Divining Poets deck for you is Myself Must I Remake? So this is the sentence here is kind of like a statement, right? But what I want to do is I want to put a question mark. Because when I read this, like, I keep wanting to form it as a question and not a statement. So that could very well be something that's going on with you. I will say that this is not the first attempt at doing your reading, Cancer, because I did pull cards on this, and it got really big really quick, and it started to get a little confusing because there was stuff you weren't aware of, and stuff that was kind of bogging you down, a lot of self-soothing, and in some part even like helicopter parenting came out. And I was like, man, this is too much. It's like, give me a break, Cancer. So I just had to take a minute. So just clear my area, go sit outside for a while, and we're gonna see if we can get a little bit more focused here, because I felt like I was all over the place. And by the end of the reading, I felt like you would have been more confused from the message than it would have been helpful. And I need there to be something helpful. You know what I mean? So, Cancer. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull 4 of these cards, and we're gonna see what it is what you're doing here. Are you trying to remake yourself, or are you questioning whether you should remake yourself? Oh, nice. That is such a beautiful Temperance card. Okay, so we have Temperance, big energy. Oh my gosh. We have the Hierophant, another big energy. Oh, oh my gosh. We have Strength, another big energy. What are you doing to me, Cancer? Okay. And we have the Hermit. Are you shitting me? This is exactly how many major arcana came out before, which is why I was saying it was way too big. So, there's no denying this, Cancer. You're dealing with some really big energies right now. Holy crap. Okay. So I just need to get a grip because you need a reading. You need this reading. Okay. So what are we tempering here? We have this huge, I want to say sperm whale here, like really like coming out from the depths and showing itself to you here. But we also have like this magic mysticism showing with the aurora borealis. And it's interesting that these big energies here, these major arcana that are coming out for you, they're not the same ones that came out in the reading before. Before it was the devil. It was the chariot twice. And it was the sun. I think there was one other too. Okay, so we can be clear that this is something very big. This Hierophant here is holding, it's like, I feel like it's holding a key to figuring it out. And figuring it out is related to this here, whether this is a question for you or a statement. And you definitely need to be going inside to figure it out. And is that Saturn? Yeah, that's Saturn. So you have Saturn right here, right above the Hermit word, and something difficult, something difficult, that some difficult lesson that you're learning. I'm kind of getting the writing. The writing is on the wall with this, just with these symbols on the hands. It's all the elements, I want to say. It's all the elements, so it's almost magician-y in a way, because it's like you have all the tools, all the energies needed to to decide or discern whether this is a statement or a question for you. And if it's a statement, you have the means to make it happen. If it's a question, you have the means to answer that question. It's all inside of you. And you definitely don't want to get carried away with this, because we have temperance here. So what I'm going to do is get clarification on each one of these, just to pull as much information as we can out for you. All right, so let's start with temperance. What is Cancer to be tempering here? I feel like you just there's something that needs to be made known, just with the emergence of this huge whale coming out from the depths, because you know he's been deep. He's got seaweed on him and stuff. It's like he's been deep down, and he's making an appearance, like especially to make a point, you know? Here's the Chariot again. This is what came out before. Okay, so we have the Hangman and the Chariot. More major arcana. I mean, come on. You're kind of freaking me out a little bit. It's too much. No. Okay, so we have the Hangman and the Chariot. So there's some kind of new perspective that you need to take when it comes to taking action, right? There's a focus, there's an intensity here with this horse in the Chariot. Oh, Temperance did come out earlier, okay, but it was a wolf instead of a whale. Um, yeah, there's some kind of focus that needs to happen here. And what's really cool is that you have the sun backing you, Cancer, and there's some kind of relationship between you and the sun and my readings that I find fascinating, because the sun comes out to help you all the time. It comes out to help you all the time. It's like here you're hanging down here and you're trying to see in the dark like a bat, right? You're trying to see in the dark. And sometimes even the sperm whale needs to come up and, come out of the darkness, expose itself, right? I feel like that's what you're doing here. You're coming out of something, some darker place, I don't know, and you're meant to run with something. It's like whatever you see when you come out, it's like it brings you a key. And you're supposed there is supposed to be movement here. So if you are supposed to remake yourself, you're supposed to get started. Okay? And if this is a question, then you're supposed to get started figuring out the answer, right? Because I don't really think that, as far as like the question and the statement, myself, must I remake? That may be different for different cancers. It may not be the same thing for everyone, but the action is required. And so we have this Hierophant here, and this is spirit bringing you information, okay? It's bringing the information to you being the Hierophant. Because the Hierophant is really like the first person that is coming out in the reading. Temperance is kind of something that you do. This is a person who receives the messages from spirit. Strength is an energy, like a, and the hermit could be another person, but still, you're receiving some kind of message from spirit and it has the key to what you're trying to accomplish. So, is there anything else is there something else for Cancer about the Hierophant that they need to know? Tower. Okay, so you may not like what you hear. God, it's so weird. It almost seems like I don't know why, but it seems like a haircut. like, like it's just a little off the top. Or, you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm saying that. Something about a little off the top. Like something has grown too tall, something has gotten too big, and you just need to take a little off the top somehow. But by doing that, it changes something. Changes what? I feel like I have to be, I don't know, I feel like I'm being careful while shuffling. All right. All right, so we've got this little off the top and it changes something. And that's Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Son of Wands. Okay, so the way I'm seeing this is that, so we've got this like little off the top, right? Like something needs to be, and it's like spirit that comes in and does this by giving you this message. It's like take a little off the top. It's like either something has been gone overboard or something has grown too big, bigger than it's supposed to be. So you need to like bring it down a notch, right? And once you do, all good, right? It's all good. It's like in a manageable size, right? Something that you can hold in your hands, right? And what you're holding here is the Ace of Wands, which is, that raw creative power, that inspiration, the thing that drives you. And it's good to have. It's like it's good to be holding that thing that drives you when you're being advised to get moving. You know what I mean? And here is interesting because we have Two of Pentacles, but I always just want to call it the dang butterfly card because I really just notice mostly the butterfly transformation. I don't really see it as a typical Two of Pentacles. There's no juggling here. These pentacles are secure. They're very secure. So transformation. I mean, really, like myself, I must remake. I mean, literally, it could just be something simple like getting a new haircut. I mean, getting a new haircut, new you. Like sometimes getting a haircut totally transforms your whole look. You feel completely different about yourself. You feel lighter, you feel brighter, you feel, sexier or whatever. You know what I mean? That could be something real simple. Some kind of simple transformation by just taking a little off the top. Although with all this big energy, probably not it. but but it's funny that it's right under the tower where I said haircut. And then here it's like right under the wand, the Ace of Wands, we have this Son of Wands, and this is standing up. This is standing up in your power. It's like learning to stand up again. And that whole learning to stand up again energy, upright, just like this Ace of Wands is upright. What drives you, right? It's like even this emergence in the temperance, it's like they're coming up again. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know if it's like a repeating problem that or repeating issue that you've had over years and years, and it's rearing its ugly head again, and you're like, dude, this time I'm lopping it off, like whack-a-mole with scissors or something. I don't know, but all of this stems from this key information that you are getting specifically from spirit, from the universe. Okay, so now let's move over to strength. Because I can see with this type of download or whatever this information is that you're getting, it is going to, you are going to feel a little bit more powerful with it, like back, like more comfortable, back, like almost like, I don't know if it's new skin or your own skin or whatever, but you're going to feel more comfortable. You have the ability to transform if you want to, because this setting here, the Two of Pentacles, this setting, it's in an infinite loop. It's always available to you. So if you determine that myself must I remake is a statement, then yeah, you can tap into that and look. I mean, even the symbol on the card kind of looks like, you see that? Like Two of Pentacles? And it's in this loop here. Interesting. Maybe it is a statement. Okay. So, strength. Having all the elements you need. All the elements. You have everything you need. It's like magician strength almost. Okay. What is this force, this strength within Cancer? Took you long enough. Oh my gosh, seriously. No way. That's crazy. We have the sun. This is beautiful. Beautiful because, like I said here, the sun, there's always some kind of beneficial something to do with the sun when it comes to your readings, Cancer. Wow. Another major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so what you're holding in your hands here, these elements are all the components needed for your own peace and happiness, Cancer. Your own peace and happiness. You hold it in your hands. I mean, look at the color. It's like the sun is right behind here, shining on you. Like it should be, because you have a special relationship with the sun. I love it. Okay, now, what's cool also about the sun is that it kind of diminishes diminishes the impact of this Ten of Swords here. So there is obviously something going on, Cancer. There's something going on that is not only kind of blinding you to the solution, because you have the sword through the eyes here, but it's coming to an end. So it's good news. Whatever this difficult thing is that's coming to an end is ending, and the sun's gonna help out with how bad it feels. So yay, okay? Kind of lessens the effect of that. Okay, so next we have the Hermit. So let me just look at this real quick. So this is, it looks like a little cabin in the woods. It looks like it's very cold or rainy outside, very warm inside. And that kind of is a message about you, just a descriptor for you, Cancer, because I mean, because you have full range of all the emotions, right? You are able, I mean, you can feel all of them. You can feel some of the best emotions, right? But you can also feel the worst, like just as intensely, right? So even if it's cold, it's sleeting, it's snowing, it's isolated, it feels very uncomfortable outside, you still have that warm center that is powered by the sun here, powered by this Ace of Wands here. It's almost like this is like your lesson learning cabin or something that you go internally. It's like where you have to go to just feel it all out. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, it's another major. You're killing me, Smalls. All right. The Empress. So beautiful. This, like I was saying, this cabin where you go to feel things out. It's like it's like when things get real rough, real dark, real uncomfortable, kind of like this here, in with circumstances or what you're dealing with. It's like you go to this kind of safer place within you, right? You feel it all out. This is where you go to get to the bottom of things, right? And then you can reemerge as, this Empress again, because this is how I feel like this is how your energy is supposed to be, because you're very nurturing, Cancer. You're very nurturing, so much beauty inside, and it's like you can light up the night. You can light up the night for yourself, light up the night for others, and it's like this warm glow. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like you're gonna get back to homeostasis here, but there's just some rough stuff that you've been dealing with, and I feel like you've got options. You kind of know that you need to, take steps towards whatever this is that you need to do, whether it's just a simple haircut or really cutting something out that doesn't need to be there or what have you. But to transform, the ability to transform if you want to or need to is there. If it's necessary to remake yourself, you can totally do that. I can see it here. You've got what it takes, you have what you need, and you can get it done. And if you really just are trying to decide whether or not, do I really need to do that or not? How important is that? If you're just asking yourself the question, I feel like you have the answer. So, Cancer, this is your message, and I thank you for being here. I thank you also for embracing your inner mystic, and I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.